I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the...
What? Dude.
Fish on.
RowPaint.com is going all in this season with an all-star lineup. It's Coach Leon Rice and Andy Rowe.
Oh no. Want to just paint my house?
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust RowPaint.com to get that job done right.
It's time for the Tyson Degenhart Show with Boise State basketball star Tyson Degenhart, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union. Find a branch near you or get more information at iccu.com. Now here's Tyson Degenhart with BJ Rains for another edition of the Tyson Degenhart Show on Bronco Nation News.
Well, we're going to have to update that video because there's going to be a season 2 of the Tyson Degenhart Show. I don't know if this is, what is this, episode like 13 or 14, or if this is season 2, episode 1. Tyson, not sure. I think we can count this still as the previous school year and maybe in a couple weeks kick off the new season officially. But I don't know if you've even announced it or we can say it, but ICCU, Tyson Degenhart, the show, we're back for another year, right?
Yeah, we're back for another year. Had a great talks with Clark and Shelby a couple weeks ago, and they've been big fans of the show, seen a lot of success, so we're happy to get it rolling for another year.
Yeah, excited. And again, I take all the apologies for being late tonight. I had a kids baseball game tonight. Third base coach didn't do a good enough job tonight, and our season comes to an end. Lost by 2, had the tying run on second base in the last inning, and I couldn't push the runs across, Tyson. So season comes to an end tonight, and I apologize for being a little late.
It's all good. It's probably heartbreaking for the kids, but I'm sure they'll come back better next time they come around.
Shutout inning for Naismith there to keep the deficit what it was, and we just got a couple runs in the last inning, but tough loss for the boys, yes. But Naismith made the All-Star team, so he'll turn his attention to the summer tournaments and things, and looking forward to that. But speaking of baseball, we'll get to softball here in just a minute, a very special guest. But since we talked last, Tyson, a couple new additions to the roster. RJ Keene guaranteeing that the player would commit, and he does. I believe that was Dylan Anderson. He was talking about at that point, but not a bad week for you guys since we last talked. You guys got a couple players, and the roster's filling in nicely here.
Yeah, we had a great recruiting weekend with Javen and Dylan, and had a lot of fun getting to know them and their parents, and really happy to have them a part of the Bronco family, and hope you guys are excited as we are to have them on our team. I think they'll provide some key minutes for us, down the stretch of the whole year, and really, really excited to get them on campus within the next month.
Want to ask you about both of them, but before we go any further, here is a refresher to what happened on the last episode.
Go to Logan's comment because he's concerned about all the recruits staying with RJ. That's actually funny because our coaches are always a little concerned about RJ being with the recruits, but he does get them out of their shell, and that's what we need. We need to a lot of times on the visit, you're a little closed off. These are new people, a lot's going on, and he's just there just to talk to you about sports, life, whatever it may be, and play video games, do that kind of thing. He's very, very good on a visit. So shout out to you, RJ, for that.
He says coaches are kind of concerned. What do you think of that, RJ?
I don't blame him. With the recruit coming in the last
if you know me, I'm like the most outgoing person of all time. And it's good. Like Cardinez said he loved talking to me. He said I made him feel comfortable. That's what he told the coaches. I mean, I'll take that. I mean, so thank me for Cardinez a little bit, I guess. But yeah, the guy come this weekend, I'm going to get him to commit 100%. Like if there's odds, he's going to commit.
Okay. Well, we'll find out later who it was at some point. 100%, he said, and he got it done there. We saw you guys brought him to the softball game, so our special guest maybe should take a little credit for Dylan Anderson committing. Had a good atmosphere there at the softball game. Nice crowd, nice weather, and you guys show those guys a good weekend. It sounds like.
Yeah, we had a great time. Just having dinner, getting to know them a little bit more, and talking to the parents, just letting them, get comfortable with being in the Boise area. It's a little harder this time of the year with some guys that are already back home and working out there. There's only a couple of us on campus, so the guys who go on a recruiting dinner are pretty limited, but we do the best with what we got, and we did a good job this past weekend.
Tell us about Dylan Anderson and why you think he's a good fit for the team. 7-footer, obviously, and comes in with some accolades from high school, but see his style of play seems to fit what Leon and company like with a 5-man.
Absolutely. You can look at his high school accolades. He's probably one of the best players to come out of Arizona, especially out of the high school ranks, and then had 2 years at Arizona. One was a redshirt year, but throughout both those years, he got to play against Omar Ballo and all those guys, Tabelis, all of them, and got a ton better, got stronger, got more skilled, and pick and pop 5 that can even post you up down low and will provide a shot blocking presence for us. So very, very versatile athlete, very, very good basketball player. Really, really happy to have him on our team.
Now, I know it's kind of positionless basketball with you and Omar and Dylan. You guys can move around, but what do you make on the surface of this bumping you, maybe up to the 3 and the wing a little more?
Yeah, that's kind of the thought process ever since we got DA. It's weird calling him DA because Derek Alston was DA. It's going to be something to get used to. But, definitely going to move more towards some 3. Definitely been working on the guard skills as of the last couple weeks, and it's coming along nicely, but I got a whole summer to go, and I'll be ready for November when that time comes.
What how much we've talked about this before, but you're outside shooting, you're going to get a chance obviously at the wing to do that a little more this year probably. I mean, how confident are you that there's we haven't seen the best of what you can do from the outside? Because we know you're a really good 3-point shooter. At times it hasn't carried over to the games, but how excited, I guess, for you to get another shot at some more outside shooting this year?
Super excited. I know that we lost a lot of 3-point shooting from last year, and we have some guys ready to fill that void, and I'm definitely one of them. I'm definitely ready to show what I can do and shoot like my freshman year. That's for sure.
Tell us about Javen Buchanan, obviously coming from the NAIA level. What do you know about him and his skill set at the wing guard spot there?
Incredible ball in hand player. You look at his highlights, he's very, very good with the ball, very good in ball screens, very good in isolation situations, and will provide a great offensive threat for us. And I know like his highlights may come from NAIA, but those skills will definitely translate. I can promise you that. And our coaching staff and our players are very, very excited for him, and he's going to make a big impact right away.
So when they say a guy's coming on visit, like, do they tell you like stuff about him, or do you go watch YouTube highlights, or how does it kind of work, during a visit?
They definitely give us a bio. They send it out, let us know who's coming on the visit, name, what school they're coming from, kind of what their stats are, kind of give us just an overview of who's coming on campus. And then I talk to teams a lot. He lets me watch some of the clips that they show, and just to get a kind of a feel of who we have on campus and to kind of pick their brain a little bit about the game.
So how do you feel overall about the roster now? You guys still do technically have 2 scholarships left. Rudy's asking what spots would you like to fill for the last 2 spots if you could, but just how you feeling overall about the roster now?
I honestly couldn't tell you what we're going to do with the last 2 schollies. I know there's been some chatter. I'm not really sure what coach is going to do necessarily. I know he's talked to me a little bit, but I'm still not 100% sure. But I really like the way our roster's turning out. I think we've got some really great pieces, and I think now it's just about getting them on campus in June and really trying to gel and build that chemistry and camaraderie.
Well, it should be exciting. Both those guys are going to come in and compete for playing time, and I don't know if RJ Keene is either watching or not watching or trying to just a random text, but he just said my view today, and he's at the Oakland A's game right now and sent a nice text. So I don't know if he's trolling us or what, but
no, he's there. I can promise you that he made a little day trip today. He flew down this morning, got doubleheader against the Rangers, and then is flying back probably within the next hour.
down and back in the same day.
Yeah, he had to use some miles, but he got a little cheap trip to Oakland.
Wow, how about that? That's pretty cool. All
He's
right,
supposed to bring me a basketball or a baseball, but we'll see what happens.
let's. We mentioned a big week coming up here in Boise with the Mountain West softball tournament. Let's thank a couple of our sponsors first, and then get to the softball talk here and our special guest. You want to go Lean Feast first? Why don't you tell us about Lean Feast, Tyson?
Yeah, our special guests and I and BJ are all sponsored by Lean Feast. They got the best food in the area, easy meal prep. You go in there, you order your meals, you get a carb, a veggie, and a protein. You throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and it's ready to go. If you're really, really busy, it's the easiest way to stay on top of your meals. And I highly suggest going out to Lean Feast Meridian off of Eagle Road.
All right, and obviously the title sponsor of our show here. There's the there you are on the screen, Idaho Central Credit Union. I've been saying, Tyson, I wish I would have made the switch earlier, man. I love their online banking. I love what they can do. And we made the switch when they became one of our big sponsors here at Bronco Nation News. But I wish I had made the switch earlier because it's by far the easiest online kind of mobile banking with someone like myself that has the business accounts, the personal accounts, the savings accounts, all so easy to move around. And I know that, like you said, you've renewed for another year with ICCU. So if you like the fact that Tyson Degenhart stuck it out and is here for another year, you can thank folks like ICCU, and you can return the favor by going and supporting them and switching your branches over. But I know you, ICCU, you're a big fan as well, Tyson.
Absolutely a big fan. The checking account, I love their high yield savings account. I'm earning more money in my savings account with ICCU than I was in my previous, and so I suggest everyone to move over. I know my family's making the switch, so. With their branches now in Spokane and Boise, it made the switch very, very easy for me.
All right, Tyson, this has been an interview. It's been a long time coming here. I'm not sure why it took this long for it to happen, but I will let you do the honors here, and I'm going to sit out for the next 15 minutes or 20 or 30 or 40 if it's a great interview here. I'll let you take it from here, my man.
All right, so our special guest, softball pitcher, my girlfriend, number 22, Brook Thompson. So thanks for coming on. This was way too long of a time coming.
Of course. I'm excited. Kind of nervous, but
you're going to do just fine. I'm still a little nervous. This is still, it's the 14th episode. I'm still nervous, but
you're nervous before your basketball game. So
true. Very true.
How many years have you been playing?
18. So I guess that is what it is. So first question, why do you think it took so long to get you on the show?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. You have a lot of good guests. And I think that with the other girls that were in season and all the other guys and with Talon and all of them, I think you really just based it off who was in season and what was most relevant. So I don't know. That's your answer.
I think this was the perfect time for it to happen. I know you texted me after the last episode saying, hey, when am I getting on? So had to make it happen now. And with the conference tournament starting tomorrow, I want to make sure you get on, get some people out to your games tomorrow. So talk to us a little bit about the end of the season, kind of how you guys finished and conference play overall.
Oh, yeah. I know we were a little scared that we weren't even going to make our own tournament that we were hosting from winning regular season last year. But I know keeping that in the back of our heads when we were playing, we were just like, well, now we really don't have anything to lose. So we just really went out there and fought for each other. And we ended up clinching a spot in the tournament, which was great. And now it's kind of cool. We showed up to practice today and you just have all the Mountain West banners and stuff everywhere, and it's just kind of cool to just show that we get to host something so awesome. And you see all the other teams showing up for practice or leaving before practice, because some people practice before us and some people practice after, and just seeing all the Mountain West people around too is pretty cool because you don't really get to see them on the regular basis. But no, we have a great opportunity starting tomorrow at 12:30 against Fresno. They're a really good team, but if we want it, we're going to go out there and win it. So we'll play at 6:30.
That's great. I want to talk to you about your appearance on Saturday's game. What was your mindset going into that? Because you got tossed into the fire a little bit, went in there, did your job. What's that like?
Honestly, I wasn't really tossed in the fire because in the beginning, Schultz always puts our the pitchers, it's always like first relief, second relief, or closer who's starting. And so we used everyone in that game if you're watching. And that was the goal from the beginning of the game, to just throw in everyone and see what we could do. And it worked. It was great. No, I really wasn't nervous. I usually am, but I kind of just went out there and, did what I needed to do. And that was successful. And all the other pitchers were successful too. And I don't think Colorado was expecting us to throw everyone, which was probably why we were at such an advantage. So
It's a good little card to have in your back pocket if you ever need it. So talk to us a little about Fresno. I know their starting pitcher, their ace, got pitcher of the year. They took 2 out of 3 from you guys here a couple weekends ago. What kind of challenge do they bring for your team?
Ooh, they're scrappy. They really are. They have their starting pitcher, which is the righty, and then they have their other pitcher, which is the lefty. And if we just go in there with the mindset that we're going to kick butt and whatever happens, like we've faced them before. We know what they're going to throw. And it's just up to our offense. We're just going to play the game. It's up to our defense. We're going to play catch to the ball, our pitching. I don't know what that's going to look like, but it's just a regular day of softball for us, and that's what we need to remember. Fresno is just another team, and yeah.
Is there any added pressure knowing that it's a loser out game?
I mean, yeah, anybody would have said yeah, but I don't think anyone has the mindset that we're gonna lose this game, because we're pretty confident. I think we're ready. I think we're gonna kick butt.
You guys have beaten them before. I know they took 2 out of 3, but you guys have beaten every single team in this tournament. Does that give your team a lot of confidence?
I mean, I always say it's hard to beat the same team 3 times, let alone now 4 times, or facing a team. I mean, that when you play in conference too, like it's really hard to play them once and then go play them again. But I think we've gotten better at like what we know we're going to see, if that makes sense. Like we know what's coming, we know what to expect. And so it's really up to us. It's in our hands if we want to, show out on the field.
Absolutely. We got a good question from Rudy in the comments.
How do I see the comments? Are you the only one that can see the comments?
You not see it on the far right of the screen?
Oh, I was in private chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
from Rudy, it says, first date, who asked out who?
Why are you making that face?
I don't remember.
Dude, I don't remember. We went to IHOP, dude, and then it was closed, but that wasn't even a first date.
That wasn't a date.
Tyson and I became close on Halloween.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
remember Halloween, yeah.
That was fun. We really didn't start getting close till like Halloween, and then after that, our freshman year, I know we had started talking. We ran into each other at the BRC.
Oh no, this is the story. I gotta tell this.
Yeah, you got to tell the story because I think you know it better than I do.
Our BRC was our Boise River Cafe, and that was like the student like eating place. And you have all the student athletes that go there too, because we're just normal students. And you have like all the basketball, football, volleyball, soccer, like all of them. And it was probably like every day I saw the tall dudes walk in, strolling in at like the same time. Was it dinner time or lunch or breakfast time?
I don't remember. I know it was probably RJ, Kobe, and I for sure.
Yeah, so it was RJ, you, and Kobe.
And I think Liam was there with us too.
Because Liam, yeah.
And Liam lived with us.
I was like, oh, that tall guy, the really, really tall guy. He seems nice. And then Mackenzie Hannah, our right fielder, she was like, do you want me to go get his Snapchat for you? And I was like, no, Kenzie, don't do it. Don't do it. It's fine. She's like, I'll do it. And I was like, Kenzie. And she gets up and she walks over and she goes, hey, can I my friend wants your Snapchat. And sorry, I was laughing at the comment. you're like, she was like, "Hey, my friend wants your Snapchat." You didn't say one word. You just showed your Snapchat code because you can like scan it. You put it up to the freaking screen, and I just scanned it through, or not the screen, through the window because there was like little windows in seating. And I scanned your Snapchat through the window, and you didn't say one word, and you just walked away.
That's how I remember it.
Yeah.
So that's a love story at its finest. But
Whatever you want to call it.
yeah, it worked out. But
Yeah,
going
we
back to
were
the
friends before. We were friends
yeah,
before. We
we
weren't
were
really
definitely
like,
friends before because Nathan was friends with one of your roommates.
yeah, your best friend was friends with someone that was in our little rooming situation in Taylor Hall. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and it worked
Yeah.
out, and definitely got closer as time went on, and then we started dating. And I don't even remember our first official date, but I'm sure it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
We go on
Time
a lot
flies.
of dates. We're foodies.
We are foodies, and you bring up a great point. You wanted me to ask you what your favorite Lean Feast meal is because we're all sponsored by Lean Feast. So we might
Oh,
as well give them some pub right now.
oh, I was actually just texting Dave, and it used to be the salmon with rice and zucchini, but he's put me on the salads now. And he packs them. Whoever works there, they pack them with just so much stuff. And today I had like shrimp and something salad, and it was great. It was amazing.
Which one did you have
So,
yesterday? The steak?
yesterday I had the steak salad with the honey mustard dressing. Today I had the same thing but with shrimp. It was really
Which one
good.
was better?
Oof. Today's was pretty good, but probably because I was more hungry.
You do love your seafood, so I could see that coming
Yes,
from.
I put you on seafood.
You did
Sushi.
put me on seafood. That's one thing I never thought I'd actually be eating is sushi, and I'm actually a big fan of it now. So
Yep.
definitely a big fan.
Am I allowed to look at these comments?
Yeah, you can look at comments. We don't have Lou Major
This one
needs to.
says, "This is Lou. Tyson, is she high maintenance?"
No, she's not high maintenance. She's wonderful.
Wait, no, that's not even the one I wanted. Oh, first date, who asked who out? Did you already ask that?
Yeah, that's kind of the first one that we got to, but
I knew.
I think I asked you out we actually officially
Max
started dating.
prices.
Yes. And don't read Lou Major's comments. You don't need to. I know who that is. That's don't give in to the trolls. But like when I bring people on the show, I want them to let the fans get to know them a little bit more. So talk to the people a little bit how you like grew up and how you ended up at Boise State.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm originally from Northern California, so if y'all have heard of Auburn. Auburn, Roseville, Rockland. I went to Rockland High School, but we moved out to Auburn, which was like 20 minutes from where I'm from originally. And yeah, I played softball my entire life. My dad did not want me to play any other sport because softball was like my favorite, and he didn't want me to hurt myself, so then I couldn't play any sports. Which sucked because I wish I played other sports, but I love that I stuck with softball because wouldn't be here without it. I have a sister and a brother, Sammy and Chase. My brother, I think, is 23 now. It's kind of crazy to think. My sister is 25. I don't know. Yeah, 6 years apart. Help
Are
me with
you
the
and
math.
Sam 6 years apart?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that means she would be either 26 or 27.
Okay, 27. Okay. I should know that. Yeah, they're still in California. Actually, my sister just moved out here. Went to Rockland High School, played on Lady Magic softball travel. Yeah, played softball. Literally, my whole life has been softball. My sister played softball. She influenced me to play softball. My brother played baseball. And yeah, and so now my parents fell in love with it just like I did out here in Boise, and ended up moving out to Star, Idaho. I think my sophomore year.
Yeah,
Yeah, my sophomore year. Love it here. They love it here now.
that's good.
But yeah.
Bill's asking, were you recruited by other schools? Why did you choose BSU?
I went to a lot of camps and I talked to a lot of different schools. My dream school was ASU, and it just ended up not being where I wanted to be. And I always thought, like, if I'm going to choose a school, I'm going to choose somewhere that I'm going to want to be there. Like, if I got hurt or something happened or anything, like, it's just, is this the environment I want to be in? Is this the place I want to be? And oh my gosh, I fell in love with Boise. And I literally was recruited in the 8th grade. And before the NCAA rule changed where you couldn't really commit until your junior year, which is what it is now, I committed when I was in the 8th grade, which is crazy to think about. And at that time, people were committing at age, like, I remember a girl was committing in 6th grade to Florida. And I was like, wow, like, crazy. And I'm actually happy they changed that rule, because you develop so much throughout high school, where I think the junior year is perfect for committing. But no, yeah, I loved Boise. Football was amazing. Food was amazing. People were amazing, like, so nice. Like, you could walk around downtown Boise at like 1 a.m. and like I would feel safe. It's kind of bad sometimes I leave my door unlocked too much. My car keys, keep them in my car too much. Yeah, probably just stuff I shouldn't do, but that's just how safe I feel here. But yeah.
That's great. I knew it's funny because I know some of this stuff, but the other people don't. So this is an interesting interview for me. But we do have a couple good questions in the comments. First one from Scott saying, what's your favorite restaurant in Boise?
What do you think my favorite restaurant is in Boise?
You're a big fan of Hawaii Tavern, so it's a very good option.
Okay.
But are we talking more like fast food? Like, what do we?
Bardenay is like my favorite downtown. It's just they have so many options and it's always busy. I like when it's busy because I don't know. I like when everyone's having fun. But no, I love Bardenay. Where do we go? Oh, Sid's Garage. We love
Sid's Garage. Another great spot. Did that one ever open up by Bound Crossing? Do you know?
I think it's supposed to open in like July.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. But Owaihi's really good. I really liked Owaihi. I went there with you, and then I went there with my parents, and they loved it. Ice cream spot, though, the Still. It's my favorite.
Has to be the favorite spot.
It's the OG. Yeah. Breakfast? Goldie's.
Goldie's. What about sushi place? Brian's asking for the favorite sushi place in the Boise area.
I think I'm not going to go with what everyone wants me to say, and that's Uetomo, but that's not my favorite. I think Nara.
That's what I was going to go with.
Yeah, Nara's pretty good. Nara Sushi. They have a lot of locations, not just downtown.
We need to go again. I'm very all for that.
Okay.
Rudy's asking, what is your favorite thing about Coach Schultz?
I think my favorite thing about Coach Schultz, and it doesn't even have to be related to softball, is the fact that, like, he reads. And, like, you wouldn't know this, but Coach Schultz was a psychology major, as I am myself. He went to Riverside, played baseball there. And, yeah, he was a psychology major, and that's what I am. And he reads like no other. Like, he finished this, for me, self-help books, like Atomic Habits, books like that, I have to read them like a chapter or two, like, each day. Like, I can't just like run through it like a normal fiction or nonfiction book. Fiction book. Whereas those you could just like read and just get into it. But like the self-help books, those ones, I have to read like a chapter at a time. And he will run through a book in a one flight. And I'm like, holy moly. So I just gave him one of my books actually. But just the fact that like we can connect on like that part of like the mental game, just being a good human in like general, he always says, it's not hard to be a good person. And that's one thing I admire about him is that he's not just softball, you know?
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about the mental game of softball, especially being a pitcher. How do you kind of deal with like the ups and downs of, good outings, bad outings, and then somewhere in between, like the ebbs and flows of everything?
I would have to say it changed for me. It used to just be like, oh, I'm just playing softball. I'm going to go kick everyone's butt. Like successful, like, and then when you get to college, you fail more than you succeed. And, you have hard days. You're practicing every single day. You're going to get tired. You're not going to perform as well. But I've just had to learn that whatever happens, and it's not in my control. It is in my control physically, but whatever happens, like it really does happen, and I can't let that take a toll on me. But like, what specifically about the mental game do you want to know?
Just kind of in general, like I know there's like mental game in basketball, like when you're missing shots, just how, how do you go from like one pitch to the next? Like, if there's a smaller strike zone, or you start an inning off when you have runners on first and second, no outs, those type of things, just the little mental game within the game. You know what I mean?
You have to think what you are going to do and never what you're not going to do. So you can't go out there and be like, for you, for instance, okay, I can't miss this shot right now. Like I can't do it, because mentally, if you say you're not going to do something, you're initially going to not do it. So I think if I tell myself like, dude, you've played this game your entire life, just go pitch the ball, go hit your spot, go spin the ball, just, tunnel that pitch. You've practiced it. You were practicing it yesterday in pregame. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of telling myself to not take it so seriously and to just do what I know how to do is probably the easiest thing for me mentally. And I try to tell a lot of my teammates that. I think I just broke my chair. Oh my God. No, like I literally tell my teammates to like, dude, you've played this game your entire life. You can do anything you put your mind to. But yeah. Just telling yourself like, I'm going to do this rather than I can't screw up or I can't miss a shot has been the savior on the mound for me.
That's really good. You can use that in just about everything,
Oh, 100%.
I think softball and baseball and golf are kind of like connected in their games of like imperfection. Like there's never going to be a round of golf where someone's going to shoot like 20 under by themselves. Like there's just, as much as people want to say it is, it's not going to happen. Not everyone's going to go out there and throw a perfect game every game. Like there's going to be little bumps in the roads. And I think that's what's so cool about those three sports is you're able to, fight through little bumps in the roads, throughout the game or throughout an inning, throughout a round of golf. Takes a lot of mental fortitude. So I praise you for that.
Praise you.
We got some good comments. Robbie, hey Brooke, I know he'll downplay this, but what is Tyson's mindset going into the basketball season, knowing he could legit be one of the greatest ever at BSU? Has his mindset changed since a freshie?
That's a really good question.
Very good question. Thank you, Robbie.
It's funny because when I first met Tyson, he was blood, sweat, cried, everything basketball. Like he was Tyson basketball. Like his last name was basketball. It still is, like, don't get me wrong, but no, he was just a Tyson in basketball, like literally constantly thinking of basketball, stressing about this. If he was doing enough, if he was lifting enough, he'd have practice and then he'd lift and then he'd go, okay, like we can go hang out after I go shoot for an hour. And this was at like 8:00. And I've got 6 a.m. lift. And I'm like, Tyson, I'm not going to hang out with you after you shoot because I don't have that time. And I just remember him always doing something. I mean, that's how he's so good, you know? But I also remember I feel like I should just be speaking to you and not saying he. You
Yeah.
were always, you know, doing not the most. I think you were doing everything that you needed to make yourself as great as you are, but you were always doing, like, always. And I just remember, like, kind of helping you out and being like, dude, take a break. Like, don't stop, but more so of just like realize that, like, you're gonna be fine. Like, and you were always rewatching film, rewatching the games, redoing, you know, texting your coaches, hey, what can I, whatever, you know. But I think your mindset has changed more so of like giving yourself grace and rest, because you really do need it. You go so hard, and sometimes you could burn yourself out. But I think one thing you've learned is just, you know, to take a step back. And I think that's helped you not stress out so much on the
Yeah.
court. Because you're very smart. Like, you are a very like analytical type player, and you know the game like the back of your hand. And yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think you've learned to just chill.
I've also learned there's more to life than basketball in a way. Like I remember coming in and just being all about basketball, and as time goes on, you kind of base your happiness off of basketball when it really shouldn't be that way. You're definitely your own person, no matter what happens on the court or anything like that. And I think that's the thing that you helped me with the most is just realizing like basketball is basketball, but at the end of the day, I still have to be my own person. I have to really separate like Tyson the person and Tyson the basketball player, and I think that's really really helped me become who I am today. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
Clark, Shelby and I were texting with Clark earlier about big special guest on the show. I cannot get a hit off Brooke. I think she'd strike me out in like 3 pitches. Can you agree?
I don't know.
You gotta have some confidence. Like, yeah, I'm gonna strike you out.
I have confidence, but I don't know. You can swing. If anybody has seen that home run you've hit on the softball field.
BJ, if you have the video, pull it up if you can. I know we talked about this on the show in like September about the softball game, but realistically, I think there's a video of her like, nonchalantly pitching to me and me swinging and missing. You remember that 4th of July? We went to the field over by
a little rec ball field, and we were hitting
yeah.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I got a hit.
Oh,
there it is.
Not that bad. Was that off Duryea?
Yeah, that was off Tiny Tim. Yeah. I need to give him more crap about that. He gave up the game-winning home run.
No, yeah, I think you. That's so funny. RJ's Altuve jersey.
Did you like my jersey?
Yes, yeah. I think I see you wear it every weekend out at Donald Larson Park.
I'll be wearing it tomorrow at 12:30. So for all you Boise State fans, pull up to Donald Larson Park, 12:30. Fresno State versus Boise State conference tournament, big game.
Yeah.
There it is. We got a couple more good questions in the comments. I'm trying to find them. Skyship asked, do the softball players get tampered with to hit the portal like basketball and football players?
Like, re-explain that for me.
Tampering as in a coach of another team texting players on your team saying, hey, you should transfer, and then like illegally contacting them to transfer and go somewhere else. Like for basketball, it's a lot about like money. So you get coaches that, like, for instance, let's say a coach from a Power 5 school contacted me and said, hey, we'll give you X number of dollars to come to our school. You know what I mean?
I feel like it gets monitored more. in softball, in my opinion. But I also don't know because I haven't heard much of that. But I could also be naive and not really know. But you do not get like as you don't see as many softball players transfer as you do football and basketball. You just don't. That's what I don't know why, but I honestly think it's because it's more like monitored more or something because I just don't see that much.
I wonder why it's like. I wonder if there's any way to like monitor it the way softball is. You know.
I'm really not sure.
That's all right. Bill asks, being a psych major, have you figured Tyson out yet?
Honestly, kind of not really. I try not to think about it. It's funny because when you're a psych major, you learn too much. It's almost like you learn too much and you don't want to know too much. No, yeah. I think this is just me being around you for almost 3 years, but you're genuinely funny. Like you're actually funny if people get to like talk to you. Like you're actually like subtle funny. It's kind of weird.
I kind of have a dry sense of humor. I feel like.
No, you don't have a dry sense of humor. You have a little kid sense of humor. You
Okay,
think the littlest things are so funny or the dumbest things are funny.
that's all right. Rudy's got another great question. Game on the line and you're facing Mac Barbaro. What's your pitching plan?
Sorry, that made me laugh. Nothing fat, that's for sure. That girl's got power. Probably like slow and outside, tight on her hands. She sees the ball very well, so she's not going to chase the high, but go in and out with her and slow.
Try to get her to roll over one. You don't want off the end of the bat or something like that.
Nothing fat and inside, I'll tell you that right now. She'll take it over. She'll take it, yeah.
She'll take it to right field.
She's a very good hitter. She's
very good hitter.
She's a very good person too. She's very nice and kind.
That's always good. Chase has asked, have you guys ever gone to 10 Barrel in downtown Boise?
Yeah, we have.
That's a great restaurant.
We love that place. What do you get the pizza?
I get like, I don't even remember what the burger's called. I do get pepperoni pizza, but I also get a bacon burger. So it's one of the two every time.
They have this peanut butter bowl. It's like peanut butter chicken and rice. If anybody goes, that thing is good.
Yeah, we need to go back again. We got a lot of restaurants to go around again, but that'll be all right. I do want to ask you a couple more questions. Knowing that your junior year is almost over, like, I know it's not fair to like say, oh, looking ahead to your senior year, but what do you want to get out of the rest of your college career? Whether it's school, softball, whatever it may be.
I think softball wise, just honestly go out with a bang. Give everything that I have left, but really just enjoy it and, just realize that like it will be my last year playing softball, the sport that I've played my entire life. What I've, put my whole entire life around softball, and just kind of like taking it all in, enjoying the bus rides and the traveling days and being with my teammates and living with my best friend for, 1 more year, who's also on the softball team, Megan. Just that. But really just just going all out and seeing what I can get out of myself in a year. Because what do you have to lose when you got 1 more year left? And I think just enjoying it all.
Great answer. We got a couple more questions coming from the comments. Banana is asking, are you guys cat or dog people?
Dog.
Dog for sure.
I'm allergic to cats.
Makes it easier. She's got 2 German Shorthair pointers, so they're great dogs.
They're so cute.
Robbie, if you were poof, suddenly ineligible for the only sport you're currently playing. What sport would you play instead, if any?
I know what you would say.
What would I say?
Track.
Yeah, I did 4 years of javelin in high school, so I would definitely do track.
Not football. What's that one video of what's his face? When you got the game-winning touchdown?
Oh yeah, that's a good video. I haven't watched that one in a while. What she's
That's
referring to is I caught a game-winning touchdown in the championship game of 7th grade football, and shout out to Ryan Booth if he's watching. He knows it, but he went a little nuts in the celebration, and it's very, very funny. So it's a forever memory.
No, it was so funny when I saw that. Me? Soccer probably. And I don't necessarily would choose to watch soccer, but I like the competitive side of sports and I like the cardio part of sports. So I think that would be a great matchup for me. Yeah, soccer.
I thought you were gonna pick basketball because I know you love shooting shooting hoops.
I get so flustered.
It's a hard sport, that's for sure. But
I also I'm gonna be self-aware right now, and I'm gonna say that I don't have the brain that you have, and memorizing. I think you get used to memorizing plays and stuff like that, and but keeping the head on the swivel and memorizing all that stuff and just the game. There's so much more to the game that I didn't know about until I, started talking with you. And oh my gosh, you're talking things I've never heard before, and I'm nope, not the sport for me. If we had lacrosse, an actual I feel like I would like lacrosse.
I think you'd like lacrosse.
Yeah.
It's not guys and girls lacrosse are so different. Girls, you're wearing the goggles and it's no contact, but the guys lacrosse is very fun. It's physical. You get to whack people with a metal stick. It's pretty fun.
I'm a cardio fanatic, so I think something where I'm always moving.
Would you do track?
No.
No?
No, I don't think I do track.
That's fair. Yeah, one final question that we can kind of go back through the comments again. If BJ has another question, he can hop in after this one. But I ask it to all of our guests, at least the first time they're on. Who in your life has made the biggest impact on you besides your close friends and family? So whether it's a coach or someone along that, who's made the biggest impact on you?
Wow. Who did you say?
It would be my high school coach, Coach Wags, for sure. For sure. He set me up for success coming to college, just watching film, just showing the daily ins and outs of life, and really set me up for success here.
Now that you think of, can it be close friends and family?
I mean, if you want to, I try to expand it to be someone that's not one of your close friends that you see every day, but you know what I mean?
Well, I don't see my parents every single day, and those are the only ones I could think of.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents. I would have to say my parents because, well, I would not be here in Boise without them because they are the ones that have, taught me to be the woman that I am today. Just strong, hardworking. If you want that scholarship, you have to work for it. That's what they always put into my brain. If you want that first car, you're going to have to work for it. If you want to go hang out with your friends, you got to work for it. If you want, to go shop, girl, you got to work for it. It was always that. But that kind of just like in being embedded in my brain was just like helped me out in today and just being like, well, if you want something, you have to work for it. And so working for something actually like it's a way better reward than it being handed to you. So they've taught me that. But also just being like they were always loyal. You know what? If I ever messed up or if I ever failed or I thought I was a huge failure, you know, they were always there to remind me like, hey, no, we still love you, you know, stuff like that. But they're just very inspiring people, you know, two people that my dad went to college but didn't finish. My mom didn't go to college. Both came from nothing, you know, always had to work for everything. And just seeing where they're at in their jobs and their careers right now and how successful they've become from nothing to, you know, fighting to be the people that they are in their jobs, for their jobs, for their companies. It's just inspiring, you know, a little can go a long way. And yeah, that's who I look up to. And I talk to my parents every single day. They're like my best friends. I'm like, hey, I just watched this movie. You got to go watch it. Hey, I did this. I just went to this food place. You and Dad got to try it. You know, like I'm always talking to them. And yeah, my parents.
Great answer.
I know they're watching, but that's not why I said that. My mom's probably crying.
They're great people, and I can agree with that answer. So we got one more good question out of the comments. It's from Southwest. What's your favorite softball memory? And then to me, what is my favorite basketball memory? I know mine. My first one, I have one. So college and then one before college. College was definitely winning both the Mountain West regular season and the tournament, but more specifically kind of the tournament, just the whole, you know, 3 games in 3 days, the nitty gritty winning by, I think we won a game by 2, a game by 5 or 6, and a game by 1. So definitely that one. And then my high school memory is my senior year. We didn't get to have a state championship, but we won like our league championship in Spokane, and just having all the seniors there, guys I grew up with, guys I've known since kindergarten. Just an incredible memory to kind of go out and on a high note from my high school career.
You're done, right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that's it.
I was laughing at Kaylin's comment.
Yeah, we can put. You can answer that one after. We'll go back to that one after.
So I think my high school memory was, I literally remember it vividly. It was crazy because when you hit a home run, like you don't know you're about to hit a home run. It just happens. And so I remember I think we were losing, but I hit the walk-off home run. I used to hit, okay, believe it or not. I hit the walk-off home run off of one of my close friends, actually. She was at Oregon State. Now she's at Sacramento State now pitching. But I hit the walk-off home run off of her, and I just remember, like, my high school coach that I adore, she was, like, so hyped for me, and, like, it was just awesome. It was great, and that team was so close. It was so awesome. But hitting that walk-off home run was pretty cool at home. And then college, being at Fresno State, last year we won regular season. It was just so awesome. And we were in that locker room, Fresno State, and it was just crazy. And I just remember Serena Hutchinson screaming and Kelsey Hall screaming. It was just so cool. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. But those two.
Those are great. If you go to the last comment, this is my roommate, by the way. So who are you going to pick? I know 2 of them are watching, so maybe 3.
I don't have a favorite because they're all all unique, and they all Cole's very quiet but always says hi to me. He's the one I probably see the most, if I'm going to be completely honest. I walk in and he's either asleep or
sitting on the couch.
Yes. I don't see Grant that much, but he's kind.
What about Cal?
Cal is not your roommate right now.
Yeah, he is. He just moved his bed in today.
Cal's like literally my brother, so they're all my brothers. But no, Nathan I've known the longest, but I can't believe I'm saying it. I think Kalen's my favorite.
You folded. Keelan's so happy right now. I know it.
Kalen's the male version of me.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yep.
BJ, you got anything?
Great interview. People are loving it. We got great viewership. I would just say, give us a little, I know you touched on it briefly, but give us a little preview for the tournament here. And we saw the bracket. I'll put it back up here, but just Fresno State, what's single elimination? Just tell us about the game tomorrow and why folks should come out at 12:30.
Well, we are home, and DLP gets really loud, and it's going to be a beautiful day, so that's a plus. But no, I think, the first game of the tournament, I feel like in any situation, any tournament, we're going to go hard that first game, and I think it's going to be really exciting to see what we can do. I'm excited to see what we're going to do, and no, we didn't really talk much today about it at practice. I think we're just going to go out there, have fun, and play the game.
How does it feel to be 2-0 on the season? Perfect record in the circle this year, I believe.
I always tell Tyson I feel like I black out when I go out there, but no, I just gotta go and do it for the team. Honestly, that's all I gotta say. And I kept saying how it feels good to just succeed for the team, and so that's the best thing that I get from or out of it.
Jordan saying is Fresno State.
No.
Also predicting some rings in the future for you guys. Hopefully,
good vibes, Jordan. I love it.
Rings he's talking about, but yeah, hopefully, conference championship rings here. I guess is where we'll take it for now. Anything else? Any final questions? You already did your signature question, Tyson.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, so it's good to.
What do you think of Tyson as a podcast host?
Oh yeah, great question.
In the beginning, I'm not going to lie. In the beginning, I was like, I cannot see you doing this. Just because, not because you don't know how to speak, but just because I couldn't see you, coming up with questions and stuff like that, not in a bad way, but you've really grown through it. And now I'm just like, wow, how do you come up with these questions? How are you not nervous? But yeah.
I think there's a movement behind the scenes. I think you need to become one of the co-hosts. Maybe you just start coming on every episode and co-hosting there, maybe.
Oh gosh, maybe
another NIL deal. Let's get her some more cash. Come on, ICCU.
I need to
step it up. Let's go
a little bit.
Dave and Dan do a good enough job.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, Tyson, you can thank her for coming on, or however you want to end the interview, man. The floor is yours here.
Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. It's glad to actually get you on the show, and it's my fault it took you 14 episodes, but thanks for coming on. It was fun having you on here. The people loved it, so thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It was awesome.
And we can say, Brooke, appreciate you coming on, but you're going to be coming out to the golf tournament in a couple weeks. Looking forward to having you out there as well. So folks can come support not only Tyson, but also the softball team. We're going to get you out there and helping passing out some drinks and volunteering or helping out on the course. I guess not volunteering, but having a good time. And so hopefully folks are going to come out and have you ever golfed with Tyson?
Top golf, but that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, looking forward to having you helping us out and manning some of the drink carts and stuff. That's going to be fun in a couple weeks out of Timberstone. But as Justin Schultz did say, hopefully you guys are still playing and you're heading to the World Series and you have to back out. That'd be the ideal situation.
Yeah, I'm hoping to back out.
Yes, just keep winning.
Appreciate you, Brooke. Good luck tomorrow, and we'll be talking to you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Brooke. Love you.
Brooke, I was waiting for it. There it is. All right. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but there you go. That's nice. Thanks, Brooke. Appreciate it. Brook Thompson coming on, and that's pretty cool for you, Tyson. There, I was a little busy early in the show. I had something popped up there. But did you answer the question about your first date? Or who asked you out? Okay.
Yeah, we did. That was the first one I saw, and we kind of it's been so long. I don't remember exactly where our first date was at. I couldn't tell you. But
I had to run off for 2 minutes and wasn't sure if you could ask that or not. But really cool. And again, 12:30 tomorrow they will play in the first round. And you're at almost every game, man. You're there like a lot of the time. Like I know it's to support her, but obviously pretty cool that you're there as much as you are, and probably know most of the players on the team pretty well. And it should be fun the next couple of days. I think the weather is finally going to start to warm up here.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun. Having a girlfriend as a pitcher, you never kind of know when she's going to get tossed into the fire. But I've gotten to know some of the players as boyfriends, and just hanging out there and being with Brooke's parents out in the outfield and just watching the game. I've found a love for baseball and softball ever since I got back into college. So it's been a lot of fun. The weather's always normally pretty good. It's supposed to be good this weekend, so hopefully we're going to spend a lot of time at a DLP.
Well, we'll take a couple weeks off and then recharge and be ready for season 2. I know we'll try to get Dylan Anderson on and some of your other newcomers and repeat guys on, and maybe catch up with some former players and some coaches. And we got a lot of new ideas and guests for season 2. So thank you to Idaho Central Credit Union for sponsoring us for another year. And we're looking forward to this, Tyson. Year 2 is going to be bigger and better. And I know a big senior year for you. And I don't know if I've ever asked you this. This will be the final question, I guess. But I mean, you're about 18 points a game away from becoming the all-time leading scorer at Boise State. Is that something you're going to be going for? Is that a record you want? The fact that it's going to be a storyline all season long. Basically, just have to do 1 point better than you did last year. I think it is, or at least in conference play. I mean, what are you thinking about becoming the all-time leading scorer here?
It would be really, really cool to etch my name in the record books over some incredible guys that have come through this program. But ultimately, it's not my focus. Scoring points is not what I care about. What I care about is winning games. And my goal is for this year to win the regular season, win the conference tournament, and make a run in March to end out the career. So if the scoring record happens along those lines, then I'm all for it. But I'm more focused on winning and getting that first March Madness win.
Robbie says he likes my idea of having Brooke as a co-host. And then Clark says, call Shelby. So maybe we can get something done here with ICCU to get at least more regular appearances here. Bring on some teammates and some other maybe female athletes and stuff. What do you think, Tyson?
Absolutely. We can schedule a call here pretty soon and get that all set up.
You got the camp on Saturday. Tell us about that. What you and Cam have going on.
I think I got to check with Cam. I think it's Friday.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Friday. But Cam had this idea. He'd ran it before, but asked around for sponsorships to help sponsor a camp. And with all the money that's been pushed with all these companies, he's able to buy basketballs and T-shirts for these kids and make the camp free. So that's what we're doing this Friday. I don't know if it starts at 5 or 5:30. It's one of the two. I'll get more confirmation on that. I think it's 5:30 at the Boys and Girls Club in Garden City.
Hey, if you're running this camp, you better know when it is. Come on.
Hey, I think it's 5:30. I think I got a text from Kim that said 5:30. I knew it was in the vicinity, but I wasn't 100% sure. So, but very, very thankful for all the sponsors that allowed us to get all these basketballs for the kids and the shirts, and just allow us to give back to the community in this way. And to name a couple, there are a couple of your sponsors: Ridley's Family Market, Blue and Orange Store, Del Taco, ESI, Timberstone, House of Western. Those are Jackson's.
You can't start and then not name them all. You should know that's the one trick you're going to learn here, Tyson. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking Bauscher Real Estate, Webster Media, Nick Duncan, private wealth investor.
You got El Centro, Bob and Fran Olson. You got the Sandwich Bar, Nick Duncan,
Craig Shoemaker,
Webster Media, House of Western, the Fork,
yes.
And then Stein Distributing helped make the banner that we helped get done too. So looking forward to that. Going to be a fun camp. Good work for you and Cam. And the banners are with Alex. So make sure that Alex get those from Alex. Alex does a tremendous job with his lawn care business. And we're a client of his, and he cut the grass today. His company did a great job, and I gave him the banners. So make sure you get those from him. They're out of my hands, and I'm not taking any credit if he messes them up or anything. Or any blame.
I'll make sure Cam knows that. I'm hoping that Alex already gave it to him.
Appreciate you, Tyson. Any final words before we sign off here?
No, just go Broncos. Hope to see a lot of you guys tomorrow.
We're looking forward to the golf tournament as well. I did confirm with your man Tom Scott. We're going to have 20 dozen of the Degenhart dozens at the tournament on May 31st. So the Degenhart dozens, we are looking forward to that. Thank you to Pastry Perfection, and the Degenhart dozens will be there, and we're excited about that. So the morning is, I got to talk to you off air about this, Tyson. The morning is sold out. We got some spots in the afternoon. I know you did the celebrity shot last year. Probably try to just find a group for you to play this year, but we're working on that, and should be a fun day at Timberstone. And again, thanks to Pastry Perfection for coming through with the donuts. 20 dozen. We had 18 dozen last year, and it was about right. We're upping it to 20 this year. So come play some golf and get some donuts, and thanks to Pastry Perfection. So good luck to Brook and the softball team this weekend. I'll be out there tomorrow at 12:30. Looking forward to that. Tyson, I'll see you there. Hopefully I'll see you Friday and Saturday if they can keep winning, and should be fun. It's pretty cool with the lights and having the tournament and everything here in Boise. Hopefully they can get some big crowds, and good luck, Tyson, until we talk again. Kind of just finishing up. I guess school's done now, but just getting ready to come back for summer workouts and stuff. And just appreciate you as always. Thanks again, Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com, a big supporter of Bronco Nation News, big supporter of Tyson, and we appreciate them for all their support. They're going to be passing out a sleeve of golf balls to each player at the tournament. So I know they worked hard on that and some other stuff as well. So appreciate them and their support of both this show and you and Bronco Nation News as well. So have a great rest of your evening. Tomorrow morning, by the way, 9 a.m., Tyson, we are announcing the next member of the TBT team, the tournament. I know you're aware of that. They're having the 3-point and slam dunk contest on July 17th, which you guys are going to participate in, raising money for the team. Justinian Jessup was announced as the first player last week. Every Thursday, we're going to announce a player, and the player we're announcing tomorrow morning is, Justinian Jessup was in Germany. I believe this player will join us live from even further away tomorrow as we announce the second member of the team. So I know you know a couple guys that are going to be on there, but we're going to keep the suspense going here. But they tried to work it out where you guys could scrimmage against them for the fans, and compliance wouldn't okay it, I guess, for some reason. So you guys will at least do the dunk contest, the 3-point contest, and then they'll be there playing some other local players. But that's pretty cool. And I mean, that's the kind of thing, Tyson, that hopefully years from now you're able to come back and be a part of as like a Bronco alumni team. I mean, that's a pretty cool deal. Absolutely. It was cool having them a couple summers ago, and just to kind of see the way they work and just how the different the professional game is. And even when you're in college, you're on your own a lot, but even more so with the pros, like this is actually your job. And I think that's really instilled something in me. Like I have to treat, college like it is my job, because I am, earning NIL, and I have to make sure that all these companies that are investing in me are getting their ROI out of it on the court. So it's very fun to have them back in town, and really excited to see who's announcing tomorrow. Yeah, and no disrespect to the team from a couple years ago, but I think this one's being run a lot differently, a lot better. I think it's going to be a much more competitive team, and super excited about that. So 9 a.m. tomorrow. Don't miss that. Tyson, appreciate you. Thanks again to Brook. See everybody at the softball game tomorrow, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks with Season 2 of the Tyson Degenhart Show. Again, Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. All your banking needs. What are you waiting for? Make the switch today. It's super easy. You'll be glad you did. It's just easily the best mobile e-branch online banking that you're ever going to come across. And again, don't wait. Make the switch today. Return the favor for their investment into Tyson and the Bronco Nation News in this show, and move your banking over there, and you will not be disappointed. We'll talk to you guys later, 9 a.m. tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. This is Bronco Nation News Live, the Tyson Degenhart Show, here from Bronco Nation.